Hello wrestling fans, the Wrestling Wizard here and welcome to another video. Shock horror, big surprise, WWE have released more of their talent due to budget cuts. And this was shortly after announcing record profits within the company. Now 18 more superstars have been released. And this is quite frankly getting ridiculous. If we look at the last year, this is getting in a tally of 70 plus wrestlers getting released, which is madness because that's more wrestlers than were surely on the entire roster back in the 90s. Absolute madness. But what I did like, as much as I hate to see people lose their jobs, it affects their livelihoods, their families, their friends that have committed everything to the company in WWE, moved across the world literally to commit to that company. I think that's absolutely horrendous. And my thoughts go out to them. It was great to see Bray Wyatt so responsive to this, being cryptic as ever on Twitter. And read what you like into this, but I definitely feel that his latest tweet had a really cryptic feeling to it and a deeper meaning. And it was definitely in relation to the recent budget cuts. And I'm going to read out what his latest tweet said and the potential ins and outs of this and what this could mean with a deeper meaning. So Bray Wyatt's latest message on his Twitter, he come up with, "What do we do now? We wait for the right place, we wait for the right time, then we turn Rome to ashes. Grovelling in the muck of avarice. I believe in you too." Now I'm going to break down this message because I think it's absolute genius from Bray Wyatt. And if we look at the first line, what do we do now? Look at the second line, we wait for the right place. Third line, we wait for the right time. He's suggesting a collective group or unit. Now he could be referring to his fans, reference to his Fireflies, or he could be referring to anybody who's had any wrongdoings within WWE, past, present, or future. So it could be a message out to them as to suggest, look, there is another promotion you could go to, another place, and at the right time, things will work out. Don't feel like you're trapped in one environment. Then we also look at, then we turn Rome to ashes. Now I think he's referring to WWE in Rome and suggesting that if they carry on the way that they are and people make a stand against the promotion, the top dogs of the wrestling industry, if you like, the money makers, ultimately it'll come back to haunt them and they will be in ashes over time. And I really think that's key. Then we turn Rome into ashes. He's looking at this as a collective unit, as a team, as a group. We can burn down WWE over time and correct and unwrite all the ridiculous shenanigans of the past. The last line, I believe in you too, I think that's a reference to the talent that have recently been released, suggesting that they'll be okay. They'll go on and shine in another promotion or elsewhere in other endeavours outside of WWE. But what really got me thinking was the line, grovelling in the muck of Everest. Now this is clearly a reference back to WrestleMania 6 when Jake the Snake Roberts did a promotion that was absolute fire, by the way. Go and check it out if you haven't. In relation to his matchup against Ted DiBiase. And the deeper meaning to that message, grovelling in the muck of Everest, is essentially suggesting that you can have all the money in the world that you like. Ted DiBiase was, of course, the $1 million man. Money, money, money was his gimmick, his priority. He was the man with the money. And ultimately, Bray Wyatt he had an emoji of a snake, so I'm assuming that is in relation to Jake the Snake Roberts. I think he's targeting this at Vince McMahon. It's to suggest that all you care about at the moment is money. The bottom line. You don't care about, you take all the emotions out of anything, but you don't care about your current wrestlers and their future. All you care about is profit, money, all your millions. And ultimately, over time, I'm going to use that against you. You're going to be the one that's going to suffer in the future because your greed got the better of you. Your pursuit of finance over personal feelings got the better of you. And I think that's really, really clever. I love the message. I think, as always, Bray Wyatt is just being so cryptic, so clever. And he's looked at those releases and gone, hang on a minute. Like, it doesn't have to be like this. We can make a stand. We can make a change. We can make a cult. A cult of Windham. And I think this is really heating up now. And this doesn't look good from WWE. And I'm not going to talk about the latest releases from WWE because there's no point. It's only going to anger me. And WWE look bad enough. You don't really need to say anything. I mean, they've announced record profits. And then shortly after announcing these figures, they released superstars due to budget cuts. It's not budget cuts. It's budget cut bullshit. And we can all smell it. Karrion Kross in Scarlet, you will shine elsewhere. Keith Lee, you will shine elsewhere amongst the other talented superstars that were released. Some of them I agree with, but ultimately remember, guys and girls, this is somebody's job. We shouldn't hate on anyone that's been released and lost their job. Like it's not good. It's not a good look on WWE. And it'll come back to haunt them in the future, I'm sure. Thank you so much for watching the video. It'd be awesome if you could like the video, share the video, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you in another video. Hopefully more upbeat, because hopefully there's going to be some good news to deliver.